We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Destination Mountaintop, and we have a special in-person interview tonight. We have Shell Shocked in the house, and this is our first of, I think it's going to be 5 or 6 interviews with different vendors and restaurants from around Texarkana. Um, Y'all, if you're a foodie like me, you're going to enjoy this next 5 or 6 weeks. But here's the thing. Um, here's the thing. Each one of these people have something special. Y'all, she trying to fix her camera up to go live with me. And we gonna do this. She gonna fix it. She moving some stuff around, but y'all already know that we always gotta
go. Not get both.
We always got it going on ratchet over here and trying to rig some stuff up. Y'all already know the scoop. But let me get back professional again. With each one of the people that I will be showcasing in this foodie series, man, you're gonna find out some wonderful things. They are up and coming and they are established, but each person is doing something different also in the community and things that you wouldn't imagine. And so Miss Alicia is our first guest of Shell Shock. And so y'all know how it is. We're not even doing the virtual couch. We on the real couch today. And we in here trying to both be beautiful, and we gonna make it happen. Yes, don't worry, we both been vaccinated, boosted, and COVID tested. So we all right. We didn't do this without safety. And I'm sorry, we both vain, so we not sitting up with a mask on. we gonna say, Jesus, take the wheel and take the blood. Amen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this over and I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and she gonna tell us where she was born and raised, and we gonna hear the story of how she got to where she is now. So go ahead.
Hello, I am Alicia Prater, originally from Camden, Arkansas, born and raised 199 Washita 12, right down in the sticks. I moved to Hope, Arkansas in 2001, where I graduated from Hope High School. In 2005, that's where all this cooking began. I started selling pound cakes and learning from the best. So I've been cooking since I was knee-high to a grasshopper with my grandmother in Camden. Loved family and consumer sciences. Shout out to Miss Gloria Merrick. May she rest in peace. I took every course she offered in family and consumer science. So I've always had a love for cooking, sewing, giving back, because that's a service. That's a service class. We give service.
I feel homemade.
And you in here cooking from scratch?
Yes.
She making tamales, y'all, but she failed homemade.
Yes, I did. No,
she's a winner. She's a rock star. She's raised a family. But yeah, so I completed the family and consumer sciences programs at Hope High School. Went on to University of Central Arkansas, where I majored in family and consumer sciences. That's when I started doing more cooking for friends, and we always was hosting some kind of get together. So a lot of our classmates from Camden, we all went to UCA together. So somebody was hosting a dinner at their house.
Somebody always hosting
somebody something. Was always cooking, and they called me Granny because I always was cooking the home cooked meals.
And Amy, let us know if you can hear us good. I think you can hear us good, but please let us know if you can. Just pop in the chat and let us know if you can hear us good. Go ahead.
Sorry. All right. From barbecue to chicken and dumplings to chicken and dressing, sweet potato pies, you name it, we was eating it in college.
Y'all was country cooking.
Yeah, we Camden and Chillister is country.
Okay.
So we love to eat. So we never went hungry.
Okay.
Somebody was always feeding
Y'all wasn't doing no oodles and noodles and all that.
That's where the service projects really stepped into. I started doing the Big Brother, Big Sister program. I think that was my sophomore year of college, and I had a little. She's probably grown taller than me now, but I still keep in contact with some of the littles that I had back then. So as soon as I graduated college, I came here and started teaching family consumer science at Liberty Ilo, and
So
Texarkana is where I've been.
Your heart of volunteering and giving back started then.
In high school.
Wow. See, that's what I'm saying. And folks don't realize that when you give, that's what opens up. I heard a pastor say once, when you have your hand like this, can't nothing go out or nothing get in. But if you open it like that, something can get in and get out.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think what folks tend to make the mistake is it's not always financial.
Right.
It's with your time. It's with your love. It's with your dedication.
A lot of time.
That is giving too.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, go ahead. So you came and you started teaching, and you were telling me that the class you teach at Liberty Ilo also gives them college credit too.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to backtrack.
Yeah, we're going to backtrack. Let's backtrack.
2009, that's when I started teaching family and consumer science. You know, they have all these alternative teacher certification programs.
Okay.
My parents have always taught me never to give up.
Yeah.
So after testing 11 times to get my Texas certification, I failed. I had to resign after 3 years. That was my first teaching job, but I didn't let that hinder me.
Wait a minute. Okay. So you done graduated a whole college.
Graduated with a bachelor's degree in family consumer science. Taught 3 years.
3 years, but couldn't pass the test. Now, what manner of heaven and hell test was this?
It's a composite test with all the content over. It's 8 areas in family consumer science. Mm-hmm. I know the material. I got a degree in the material. I taught it for 3 years. I'm just not a test taker, but I didn't let that hinder me.
Either. But 11 times you took this test, and each time you failed it.
And each time I passed
and then ended up losing the job because you couldn't pass the test. Mm-hmm. But this is your love, this is your heart, this is your passion. And you got a bachelor's degree in it.
I said I would be back, Ellie. I will be back. I left in 2012, went to work at the Telford unit in New Boston as a sergeant in the kitchen while I was going to grad school. So I got a master's degree from Texas A&M.
Okay, wait a minute. This ain't making sense now. You got the bachelor's.
Then I got a master's.
You got the master's.
Then I went to culinary school.
What?
Yep. And got a culinary arts degree and started teaching culinary straight out of the school.
But you did go back and pass this test.
No. I still haven't passed the test. But I don't need that test. Because God put me in a different direction to teach culinary. But I'm still teaching the ins and outs of family consumer science just under a different.
So the way you thought it was going to go, it totally didn't go that way. You failed 11 times, but because of your perseverance and ended up going to get the master's, then say, well, you know what? Let me take culinary arts.
Yep.
And then still ended up right back where you wanted to be.
Right back where I started.
But even with more knowledge.
More patience.
Girl,
more experience.
Y'all.
More community service. We've adopted a highway.
Wait a minute. Y'all be sleeping on me. I told y'all that it was stories and that there's stories behind the stories. And this is a story.
Yep.
Get out.
Many of sleepless and crying nights.
Now, what is this about a highway?
We adopted from Wagner Creek down to right on 59 where the old Capital One used to be. That's our 2-mile highway that our culinary arts program has adopted. So the students get community service hours for cleaning the highway. We do donations to Randy Sam's. We help with the Brighter Tomorrow Foundation Free People Food Program. So
wait a minute. Okay.
We do a lot.
So you get the culinary arts degree.
Yeah, it's a 1-year certificate.
And then you end up actually doing more than what you were going to be, but you're doing your passion, which is cooking, which I'm thinking that this first one that you couldn't pass, that's like home ec 101.
Yep. That's what it is. Family is the central focus.
You're not even dealing with that. You're dealing with your passion. But because of your heart the way it is, and because you being who you are and knowing the home that you came out of, you still are embracing all of that. Because in order to teach these young folks food, you have to teach them life skills too.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, you are, look, y'all, here go Albert from Good Eats calling.
He might have a live
Therefore,
question.
hold on. Hello? Hey, we are right in the middle of the interview. Did you have an on-air question or were you calling me back? Okay, I will get with you as soon as we over. Y'all, this is so good. We will see, this is what live is. I'm gonna call you back, Albert, as soon as we done, okay? All right. Lord, see there, but that's okay. Thank you, Jesus. Because of who you are, because of whom you are, because of your background, you are not only teaching them how to cook, you're teaching them how to give back too. Mm-hmm. Y'all done adopted a whole highway.
Mm-hmm. And we're about to adopt another one.
They doing community service, cleaning the highway. Mm-hmm. And y'all, when I met her, they was two of them was out there in the shell shop truck. Yep. Working, making their hours, working and volunteering at the Martin Luther King parade. So she really is, thank you, Amy. She really is instilling this in young people. And you know, we always talk about my little ladies at the Sandflat Center. We got into a conversation on our round table talk on Thursday, and we were talking about what impacted us the most in 2019, 2021, and what did we learn for some reason 2019 in my head.
Because that's when it started. Yes, that was our last time being really
being so-called normal. Yeah. But at the end of that conversation, it was that with the young people in the community, I said, wouldn't it have been awesome if we could have had this conversation with some young folks sprinkled in? Because they get such a bad rap. Mm-hmm. But they deal with 100 times more than what we had to deal with.
Right.
They deal with so much. It ain't just peer pressure. You have young men now and young ladies now who don't even think that they're going to live to be 20. You have some that have the label as burnouts, mm-hmm. which means that I don't think I'm gonna live, so I'm gonna try to take everybody out with me that I can. And it's people like you who give people hope. People get in your class and they think they just coming to learn how to cook. Mm-mm. And they're getting much more. Tell me, give me an example of, you don't have to mention the names, but of a student that came in that was, oh Lord, troubled. And Lord, okay, now I know I said, but Jesus, take the wheel here.
A male student, graduated a few years ago. Not a good soul, home life, lost his brother to gun violence. You have those students that always have an attitude.
Yeah.
But you have to get in there and let them know that this is not what your mother wants for you.
Yeah.
She wants to see you excel. She wants to see you graduate. This class right here is going to get you ready.
Yeah.
You know how some students will be disrespectful?
Yeah.
But then as soon as you see them and you stay on them,
mm-hmm.
they remember that. Because now to this day, when he sees me, hey, Miss Prater, mm-hmm. how you doing? It's never a disrespectful moment after that first real interaction
when you have to jack them up in the corner where nobody don't hear it.
Because if ain't nobody else gonna be here for you, you always got the teachers. Because some of those kids don't have that interaction at home, so they come to school. They come to me in the morning time. Do you have anything to eat? I feed them. My husband fusses at me all the time. You always feeding them. You always giving them some kind of snack.
Got to.
I got to. Because if I don't feed them, who will?
And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. They get put off by the bluff. And these kids, and I still call them kids. I don't care if you're 18, 19, 20, 21. You still a kid in my book.
I've had 19-year-olds in the class.
They
so I
don't.
Know.
That's what they're craving. They're craving structure.
They're
craving attention. And when you are hard on them and you let them know I'm being hard on you because I see something in you that you don't see, it changes something in them.
They've come in there crying. They've come in there happy, bragging about achievements. They'll text me, I got accepted to this college. It's just so much.
And that's the person that came in pants sagging and attitude, and you push beyond that.
Enjoy cooking, passing the certification so that they can cook, because we offer Texas Food Handler certification, Serve Safe. We offer 6 certifications, so they can come in not just learning the principle and art of cooking. They get a life skill that they can take on and have certifications that will follow them.
Wow, that is and you know, Texarkana College has a culinary class. Mm-hmm. And this is a prime example of looking at something on a piece of paper and saying, there's nothing I can do with this. But you took that certificate
and build a business
behind it. Mm-hmm. That certificate that other people would think is not important because God had his direction. He already knew, no, this ain't what this is going to, this what you're trying to do is going to limit you. I want your horizons to be limitless. I want you to be able to move in any way that I have you move. And that's what that certificate gave you. But you didn't just stop with the certificate. You went on and you got your master's.
I got the master's before the certificate. So I backtracked.
See, you did it backwards. 4 years. Yeah. Most people would start with the certificates, then go for the associates, then go for the bachelor's, then go for the master's.
I switched it all up.
And then I know people thought it was like, why are you taking this certificate class when you have all this education?
Yep.
But see, these things that we think are small end up being, see, when you tap into your purpose, when you tap into your destiny, mm-hmm. and you never know how it's going to come. Right. We, oh my God. And 11 times failed it. Still ain't passed it.
I still want to try to take it again, but I think as I get older and the more I do all the 8 standards and work in those different 8 standards, realty, finances, personal, like all the extra stuff that goes on in there. Because I've helped people study for it. They passed it. I can't pass because I have a photographic memory, let me tell you.
Wait a minute.
As soon as I take the test, I go straight to that car. I cry my little tears, and I jot down them questions that I know. And I'm like,
you that's the have a photographic memory, which means that once you see something, when you see it again, you automatically know what it is, but you can't pass this test.
But because I don't know which ones are right or wrong. I still have my notes. That's why I said. But
it wasn't meant for you to go that route. It wasn't meant for you to go that route. You went right where God wanted you to go. Wow. Oh, but how many times do we keep doing something and God is trying to nudge us in another direction? You gonna get where I want you to get, but I want to take you this way.
Them thousands of dollars, miles traveled, LSU, Girl. El Dorado, Arkadelphia, trying different testing centers. Maybe it's the location, maybe it's the sound. Tried it on paper, tried it on computer.
Maybe it's the color of the room. It's depressing.
It was just awful.
It affronts my senses and I can't concentrate.
I said, Lord, I'm good at sewing. What is this? I answered those quick because it tell you what percentage you get right in each of the 8s, but it won't tell you what you missed.
See, you have what I call, you have testing white coat syndrome. Like every time I go to the doctor, and they first take your blood pressure, my blood pressure is just crazy. Now you come back 10 minutes later, it's normal. So they call it white coat syndrome. And I don't care how many times I've been to the doctor and I sit there and I deep breathe and everything. The nurses just be like, we'll be back in 10 minutes. And it's normal. You go in there to test and look, I want to go back to school. But my thing is math. And I know what it comes from. And that thing got put in me in the 8th grade. I asked a question and the teacher embarrassed me in front of the class. And ever since then, when it comes to math, my brain just shuts down and freezes. It's like it all looks like Greek to me. I'm like, I know I'm smart enough to do this and this, but you give me 8 plus 8, and I know it's 16, and I'm going to say 24. I'll be like my grandkids. You see that? Why is you acting retarded?
I know it. That's all the time.
Oh, Lord. This is so amazing. Amy, what is you saying? It's desire to connect to someone.
Hello, everybody.
It's the desire.
I'm going to let y'all meet Miss Teresa.
Hey, y'all.
Because my screen not wide enough to do.
I'm a diva, but I've been struggling with allergies and my eyes been swollen. I can't put on my eyelashes, so y'all don't get to see my eyes.
We just having a good time. Girl, glad y'all chimed in with us today.
I ain't jiving. I'm not playing. If I can't wear my eyelashes, these glasses going on, I got to go pick up the new ones. Because I'm vain like that. I'm known. Look, I said we're going to wear this plain hair today. Ain't no colors and no boof. And I got some eyebrows on, so that'll do. They get the glasses tonight. But y'all, Amy, you also, now what was this you was telling me about the Boy Scouts of America?
Oh, Scout-a-Rama. Mm-hmm. I just had my first meeting with them. So I've linked up with Anthony Escobar about 6 years ago when I was doing the community relation boards, catering for them every 3 months when I worked for FCI teaching culinary. So that's how I met and got engaged with the Boy Scouts of America. But now I've actually been catering for Camp Preston out on the Arkansas side for different troops and things. So now they've reached out to me to help them with the Scout-a-Rama.
Okay.
Which is the last weekend in June.
That's like a big thing, isn't it?
It's big.
So what are you going to be coordinating the food or
I'm
what?
helping them coordinate the food trucks. Because they're going to have food trucks. They're going to have a rumble in the park, which will be car show, bike show, slingshots, all that good stuff. Because I'm in a motorcycle club, so
which one?
Tua Cruiser Nation Ashdown.
Okay.
So and then I do stuff with Harley Davidson. I do stuff with Miss Diana if she needs me to help with the pink ride. I do stuff with the Ladies in Leather Biker Rally, which is going to be held in Hot Springs this year. So if you're a lady rider, go ahead and get registered for that. But I'm just helping reach out so they can get the information to each club. So like I'll be the liaison to help pass the information on.
Right. You do so
my
much.
Food truck will be open. So y'all come see me in Spring Lake Park the last weekend in June. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Make sure you let me know because we can have you back on the show. And also the person who is the coordinator of that with the boys, the man you was.
Oh, he moved. He has a new position, but Miss Janice.
Well, Miss Janice, we can have you both on the show so y'all can talk about that.
Okay.
Because you don't hear a lot about the Boy Scouts anymore, and
that's why we had the meeting because they want to get the community more involved. Yes. And get the youth involved.
We need to have these things back up, and because it's a whole generation that is coming up that's missing out on these things.
And I think with the numbers continuing to rise a little. If we just train our kids to keep their mask on.
Yes.
Most of the kids are not vaccinated. But since we've been back to school after the Thanksgiving break, these kids have spent so much time going that their bodies are not already not immune.
Yeah.
Because they're kids. They're still growing. And so we've had more students out than we had in August when we came back from the summer break.
Yeah. I know my great grand. If you look in my room when you come out of here, you see all this Barbie stuff, dollhouse, everything. But I have been on her so much about mask and stuff. When I pick her up, she's the only one standing out there with a mask on, and she says, "Me and my teacher are the only ones that have masks
They
on
get
all
mad
day."
at me.
And I said, "You keep your mask on." She has her hand sanitizer. If you lose this mask, here's 2 extra ones. And we almost fought last night because it's like, okay, you lost the black one, but where's the 2 white ones?
Yeah.
She
How old
couldn't
is she?
answer that question. She might be 6 in March.
Oh, well, them
Still ain't good enough for me.
I keep mine right by the front door in a
Yeah.
little bitty, and they know they can grab
Yeah.
them at when they want to.
I
I
was
got the
gonna
hand.
give her another one, but I had to give her a hard time because I'm trying to teach her that this is your only responsibility to keep up with your stuff. This is your stuff. Keep up with it. So it was like, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry,
You
but
should see them when they come in from being quarantined.
Okay.
They'll walk in there. I said, "Didn't you just get back from being quarantined? Where is your mask?" And I be just hot sitting there,
okay.
and I'm like, "We don't have an actual classroom. Our kitchen is our classroom. We
Yeah.
have prep tables. I got my little podium.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting up there just burning up, and they just walking around. I'm like, whoo.
Mm-mm.
If I have to keep this on,
They don't take it
will
serious.
y'all please keep it on?
Y'all put y'all mask on so I can pull mine down and get a breath of fresh air. Please.
It be 80 degrees in there. It's
Okay.
7:30 in the morning.
And you
Be
still
sweating
got
bullets.
your mask on. But
Miss
I don't
Amy
know.
said, okay, Miss Amy, my Facebook is Shell Shocked Catering and Events. www.facebook.com/shellshocked430. There is a lime green picture of, it says, "Look, we're open," as the profile picture, or you can visit my website, www.shellshockcatering.com. We're also on Instagram under Shell_Shocked2K14. Who is this fussing at me now talking about put your mask on? Oh, my cousin.
Cousin, we both vaccinated and I took a test this morning. So
today is an exception.
It's an exception.
I've been handing on all day, everywhere I've been.
We being safe. I promise you we being safe. I promise. Because I'm paranoid.
He said he needs some shock snacks. Speaking of snacks, show him the snack you got.
Ooh.
We have a new item that we've added to our menu. Let's take we have dipped cheesecake slices.
You got.
So she has a chip.
Uh-oh. Look.
You done.
Look, I done dropped my snack, but guess what? It's still gonna get ate because it fell on the table.
Chips Ahoy. It's a white chocolate dipped cheesecake with Chips Ahoy.
Let me hold it
drizzled
up.
with milk chocolate.
Oh,
you're welcome, Miss Amy.
And I'ma eat it too. Yeah, I'ma eat it. I'ma eat what I can eat, and then what the rest that I can't eat, I'm putting it in the refrigerator and I'm going back for it. I'm not sharing.
Oh, that's Kylan. I thought that was my cousin. That's a college friend. We went to college together. He talking about he on his way. I got one extra one.
And
the extra one is a
I got enchiladas too.
milk chocolate, pecan, and butterscotch. It's chocolate covered.
I'm coveting this piece of a cheesecake. I'm a cheesecake lover, and you did not even know that.
She told me it's mine. All right, it can be yours.
I am a cheesecake lover. She gave me the choice, and I took the
white chocolate.
White chocolate, yes. And y'all, I'm telling you, I'm not sharing. I'm glad Maya went to spend the night out because she would be saying, "Can I share?
Mama, can I have some?"
Yes. Yes. And she greedy and she eat real food, and I don't want to share. Now we talked about the Boy Scout and Girl Scout.
Oh, tell me about the background of the food truck. Ooh, that was
the what?
The background of getting the food truck.
That's okay. We're gonna backtrack. Then I'm gonna come back and ask her about something else. Let's talk about how did the food truck come into existence?
2017 or 16 might have been. I started selling. Yeah, I was back. I was part of the culinary program then. So I started selling lunch plates, evening plates. So when I get off work, I I'd go home and cook up meals. I'd have about 10 to 12 plates that I do because we cook at home every day. So I started cooking, selling plates, saving money. Then the neighbor blessed me. It just fell in my lap. He was selling a food truck. And you know, most people, they don't like you. You got to pay out everything up front.
Yeah.
But he saw something in me in the business.
See.
And he let me pay him out.
See.
I worked sleepless nights. You can ask him. If you see that truck moving and you see that food truck behind it, 9 times out of 10, it's me pulling it. Joe taught me how to do a little steering here and there over the phone, teach me how to back up. I'd be willing and dealing. So I worked 2 years, paid it off. And I said, in the next year, so that's 2 years unpassed. Within the next year, I'm going to get it wrapped. And when I pull out and pull up with it.
The covering.
That's the covering that's on it now.
Yeah.
Because at first it was black and it had Duke's Catering with flames. And then after the 2 years, I pulled that off and I just got some basic vinyl. It said shell shock and lime green with the phone number. Just basic. But now when we're driving around, we're headed to Mississippi, we're headed to West Memphis, wherever we're headed, somebody, you can look out the window, somebody snapping a picture, or you'll hear that little doorbell on my website, somebody has looked it up, or called us, you got a tail light out, or anything. It's an attention grabber.
It is an attention grabber. It really is.
And so a year I worked the whole summer. I would go back and forth to Hope, pulling it back and forth to Hope, setting up down there selling wings and catfish and stuffed turkey legs, whatever I could sell to save the money to get it wrapped. Because once I got it wrapped, the sky's the limit. That's
because that's your brand, that's your advertisement,
advertising and marketing. So I've gotten shirts, I've gotten stickers, masks made.
What made you call it Shell Shop?
Let's go back to 2015. So it was called Alicia's Good Eats and something. I done had about 3 or 4 name changes since high school. But I do cake decorating. So one of the officers, Officer Green at Arkansas High, when I taught family consumer science over there, I had some different cake pictures I was showing. I was like, oh, look at this cake design. You know, when you first start out doing cakes, you're self-taught unless you went to school to specifically do cakes. But I worked at Kroger in a bakery for 4 years, so I always watched. But at Kroger, you don't bake the cakes. I didn't want to tell y'all a secret, but cakes are not baked fresh. But anyway, but the decorating part, you have to be an artistic person to know how to look at this picture and try to resemble that picture. So I just kept making new designs, and he was like, "Whoa, you keep shocking us with all these good-looking cakes." So there came the birth of Shell. I'm known as Shell. That's been my nickname since I was itty bitty. Shell Shocked. I did an event at the Elks Lodge on New Boston Road, and we want to target more catered events. So we just tacked on catering and events. And my mentor, Shan, has been, and a few other mentors have been along the whole ride.
Now, in case y'all miss the nugget, because there's always nuggets to pick up along the way, what she said actually was, this name has changed 3, 4, 5 times since college. But here's the thing. As you're working towards your vision, as you're working towards your purpose, it's going to evolve. Now, the narrative, the base narrative is going to stay the same. It's food. It's love. Food. It's giving back.
Yes.
But the mechanics stay the same, but the shell or the skin, it changes. So a lot of people feel like, well, I'm not consistent because I was saying I did this last year, but your narrative stays the same. My what I do has changed over the last 5 or 6 years. It went from depressing, woe is me videos to I'm going to preach and teach the word videos to I'm going to interview some people videos to where it is now, stories and inspiration.
And we're going to the mountaintop.
Yes.
That's what this is.
But still, the thing is, from the time I started, I've always kept the same narrative. And that is motivation, education, and inspiring others to walk into their purpose and destiny.
Yeah, don't give up, because
give up.
They look for small businesses to fail within the first 2 years.
Yes.
The first 2 years, just like the first 2 years of teaching, are always the hardest years. This is my 11th year of teaching 9th through 12th graders.
Yes.
I did like 3 months of 4-year-olds.
And
4-year-olds is not my thing. But you give me that group of kids
that's your niche,
that wanna eat, first of all. So in order for them to eat, they know they have to work in my class. I feed them almost every day. We got a smoker, from smoked chickens to smoked ribs to they learn how to make enchiladas the other day, because we sell plates at school for money for the program. So we cater to the teachers. They can order Wednesday through Friday. So every meal the kids help plan it, price it out. They're in my purchasing class. They do the grocery shopping. They prep. They've learned how to cook in the crock pot this week, so they've gone home. So I'm like, oh, my mama said I can cook Sunday. I said, you go ahead.
So when they go get out on their actual own, they'll know how to cook.
At least in the crock pot. Yes, if they don't know how to do nothing else, they're going to know how to use leftovers. They're going to know how to use food that comes from a food pantry if they are one of those that are in need and they take the help that's given to them. Because not everybody has money that they can go out and buy T-bones and stuff. We use chicken legs. We use rotisserie chickens. Whatever we can get that's been donated to us, we use it. And I show them how to make meals out of it.
How to make a meal out of it. And that is, especially with the way the economy's going today, you better know how to cook.
That's what I told them. If we get locked in again and they at home, who wants to eat ramen noodles every day?
And as me and the ladies were saying Thursday, from 2020, the end of 2019, the grocery stores never have filled their shelves back up. And
like with chicken.
Yeah. And you better know how to be able to take some things and be able to mix it and make a meal. Yep. So what you're doing is you're teaching them survival skills. So when they're navigating life, they know how to do it.
They scared. They're scared at first, because when I told them they're gonna be using leftovers this week to make stuff, they said, "Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do." I was like, "You have chicken and you got cooked noodles." I said, "You got a whole pantry. You got vegetables in the refrigerator. You got cheeses. You got cream of mushrooms, cream of chickens." I said, "It's a whole lot of stuff you can do with chicken."
You gave them the darn recipe.
Because when we do whole chickens, I show them how to cut the chicken into 8 pieces. I show them how to debone. And then they have to make 3 different chicken recipes using their whole chicken.
Wow.
So they've learned how to make chicken and dressing. Like, we actually have a cooking demonstration next week, February the 2nd at TC, for Black History Month, that we'll be going over. I'm taking one student, a senior.
Y'all going up there and put them college folks to shame.
Well, that's where my training started, so I can't put them to shame, because that's where mine started.
Oh.
But it's just the fact that they reach out to the dual credit programs to come over to do demonstrations. When they have they got different options they can choose, but they choose.
Now, so when the kids that are taking this at Liberty Aloe, say they graduate, what would they be going to be certified, or did they not have to take the whole class, or what, once they go to TC?
They have some hours left.
Okay.
Because they get 3, 6, 9. They get 9 hours in the first year with me of college credit hours. And then if they take me level 2, they get another 9 or 12. And then if they stay and take me level 3, because if they can take me 10th, 11th, 12th grade year, then they'll have 20. They might have 12 hours to take once they graduate.
Okay. Let me ask you a personal question. So with this person who is teaching, giving back to the community, juggling hard-headed kids, trying to make them be productive, what does the husband of this person, what do they think?
Oh, he always fussing. Lord, he fusses more than I fuss. I'm like, woo, you always talking about them kids. It's always them kids or that food truck.
But he right there supporting you.
Right there. If I say let's go, we finna go to Mississippi.
We finna go.
He finna go to Mississippi.
Biggest cheerleader, biggest fusser.
You got that biggest right.
Okay, girl, look. He gonna act right because
he probably watching like, I know she didn't.
He gonna act right because he know that he want to eat.
Yeah. I already cooked this pan of enchiladas.
Okay. He look be okay. Why you taking Miss Teresa them enchiladas over there? You done saved me some in here, right?
Yeah, I bet you if somebody calling that food truck and want something to eat, you'll jump and cook it for them. Mm-hmm. And will.
And will, and you but yours and yours right there. You gonna eat too. So what? What? Okay, husband.
As I said, I'm going over Miss Teresa's house. I'll see you later.
Okay, okay. So,
and no kids. So
if
none of that. So you gotta. My kid is that food truck.
What would be your number one piece of advice for somebody who may be trying to get their thoughts wrapped around, okay, I think I want to do something, or I've been trying to do something and things are just not coming together? What would be your number one piece of advice to them?
Well, it comes from somebody else, but write the vision and make it plain. Make goals. Start with short-term goals and then work your way to long-term goals. Don't depend on a bank to finance you. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to start with self. Start putting back every week. If you know you get paid twice a week, you need to try to put something back in the jar. Even if you only put $1 a day. Mm-hmm. $1 a day in a month will add up. And then in 2 to 3 years, you might have enough to go put that down payment on that food truck that you want. Don't try to put all your eggs in one basket. Because you don't want them one bag egg to ruin the whole batch. And make sure you have friends in your corner that are there for you. I can count on one hand the friends that have been with me this whole journey of this food truck. If I need them to work, they've been there. Even if I hadn't made enough at an event to pay them, they're still right there by my side, praying for me, working with me, teaching me things that I might not have noticed. We might bump head a few times, but we still been rocking and rolling. I mean, I was telling another girl last night about friendship. I say a true friendship is not, we agree with everything. Right. A true friendship, there's going to be some conflict. Right. But it's working through the conflict and still loving each other. But that's how you develop the trust. That's how you know the person. That's how you get to know their character. Because if you haven't talked to somebody in 2 weeks, if y'all are true friends, you can go right a month up and not talk to that person. You pick right back up where you left off. Right back up. That was probably something we had said earlier. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Amy. We just look. We just rolling over. Both of us just over here rolling and blind, leaning in to read the messages. You said something important earlier. It kind of skipped over it, but you said mentors. Yep. How did you meet your mentors, and how did you know they were your mentors and establish a relationship? The level of respect and discipline that they've had throughout the years. And I could say I have a few mentors from Camden, but when I moved to Hope, you know, when you move to a new district, you really don't know anybody. So you just hang around in the teachers' classrooms and you just like, you're the teacher's pet. But those teachers have been the teachers throughout the years. They'll call. They'll see if you need anything. They're not just mentally supporting you. They're spiritually for you, emotionally for you. If I call one today, they're there. I just had a teacher call me last week and ask, could I come do a demo on how to do yeast spreads? Well, sure. Like, I'm just and I never meet a stranger. Like, I do meet strangers, but they're not actually strangers because I talk a lot. Yeah. So especially when we go to talking about food, so when you have instructors that they can tell that's your passion. They try to help you navigate and find other resources to get through life. But in the mentor that I'm talking about, Shan, her daughter was in my class. So when I taught at Illy the first time, and then Miss Merrick, she, like I say, she taught me through the family consumer science programs. And so it's just a slew of them that if I called them today, Miss Hoagland, I need you. Miss Mack, I need you. Coach Hoagland, I need you. Where are you? Cindy, I need you. My Kroger mentors, like, that's what helped me, like, from working in management positions throughout the years, and they just become not just bosses, but mentors and friends, and we just keep in touch.
So here's another nugget, you guys.
We're going to have to go get some chicken nuggets in a minute.
Okay. Don't be intimidated by people who know more than you.
Right.
Because you want to be surrounded by people who know more than you. If you want to be an RN, you don't want to surround yourself with CNAs. You want to surround yourself with actual RNs.
Right.
And then to make it even more pivotal, surround yourself with a hey granny. Surround yourself with an RN who specializes in something, because those are the ones who really have the education. And a lot of times we tend to be intimidated by those who have more knowledge than us. And if you're always intimidated, you'll never be open to receiving the information you need. Be there, hang out, listen, learn, and develop relationship. And when people see that,
relationships,
they always say that when people see that you're trying to help yourself, they reach out and help you. When people who are about something see you trying to help yourself, oh yes, they reach out and they try to help you.
Right.
Yes. Okay. So we've covered not being able to pass that test. We've covered how the vision was shifted and you got this, you went backwards, got this culinary certificate when you have a whole master's. But it was supposed to go that way because it opened you up to be able to have flexibility and freedom.
Yep.
We covered how God brought the food truck into existence, how you didn't have to go out and get a loan from a bank. You didn't have to put the house up.
Oh, no,
you didn't have to do it. But God let somebody see something in you. And see, that's the thing. Sometimes, most of the time, all of the time, people see something in us that we don't even see in ourselves.
Right.
And then they plan into us. And you were able to pay this out over time. Then you had to actually put back the money to get the skin done. Because I don't know if you know about skins. If it's been a skin on your motorcycle or it don't come cheap.
Hey, Daddy. Today's my daddy's birthday.
The
y'all
whole family. Happy birthday to you. I saw your post. Happy birthday, Dad. Lord, we just got the whole family, don't we?
It's but a that's family okay. Thing, Daddy. That's okay. Daddy's baby.
That is okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Cause I'll be coming to some family event ready to eat. So y'all just be ready for me. You know, you got that skin, and those skins are not cheap. It took you 2 years to save up the money, but you did it. And the whole time that you're doing all of this, you're constantly giving back, constantly giving to the community, constantly giving to individuals.
And sometimes, like you say, it's not even financial that we're giving.
It's of your time and
I'm
your
doing
love.
Time, or if I don't have something, I can donate gift certificates. I've done that. I've done little baskets that I've put stuff in for people. We've done the Harvest of Texarkana. We went over there. We used to go twice a month to pack food boxes over there. So it's like, I don't know, but you notice all the giving back is sometimes it's all food related.
It's all food related. Because didn't you tell me that you were at an event where they were handing out food boxes or baskets, but you were handing out free hot meals?
Yep, that was with the Brighter Tomorrow Foundation. We were over at Liberty Island Middle School the summer of, it was before COVID hit. So I believe it must have been summer of 19. It was pouring down, raining. But that didn't stop the line of folks to come through to get their boxes. So they were coming through the line to get their cold boxes, and I was doing chicken spaghetti. So I'd run the chicken, had my little rain gear on. I'd run the chicken spaghetti back and forth after we get so many plates made. And they would get a hot meal along with their food box.
Man, what is it that you do in London? London.
What?
London.
Oh, I was about to say, you talking about Jennifer London.
Yeah.
She has a feeding program as well.
I don't know why I don't never call her. Look, I'm old. And I don't never get nobody's name right. So
like
I
you
always
worked in the prison too, calling us by our last name.
I always end up giving you my own name. And I got part of it right.
Yeah.
What you doing, Miss Jennifer?
I went to Hope with her. She was in Hope doing the feeding program. So we went down there and helped pass out boxes there. And then she does programs here in Texarkana also.
Okay.
And she's also my tax lady. So if you're looking for a tax lady, yes, consultants on Facebook, Miss Jennifer London.
Yes. Full of information. Yes.
Full of information.
Yes. Okay.
Daddy, Miss Amy said happy birthday.
I want you to take this last 5 minutes or so. Tell us what you want us to know.
That I love you, ain't nothing you can do about it. And I appreciate everybody. If you haven't purchased, even by sharing a post, you're still supporting the business. If you like a post, you're supporting the business. You're supporting the brand. I want to be able to leave something for whoever. If I don't have a kid, I want to leave something for my sister's kids or somebody's kids.
My nieces, kids.
My nieces and nephews. I'm gonna leave it to somebody. But I know my grandmother would be proud because that's where this is all started from. Because it was gonna be named Noodles, because that was my grandmother's nickname. And because my mom was a nurse, so she went to school. She went to work early. I went to grandma's house. That's where I got on the bus, got off the bus. Thanksgiving meal prep, that's where I was at. So I've been rattling them pans around
a long time.
You can say the whole 34 years I've been rattling
your
pans.
Life.
Food is what I do. So I love potlucks. I love to eat.
Well, if you eat, to do what you do, you have to enjoy food. That's why I said this series is going to be.
Said,
hey.
She on your thing now. That's Mama right there.
Hey, Miss Brenda. That's why I wanted to do this foodie series. Look at Miss Brenda, y'all. Ain't she pretty? That's why I wanted to do this foodie series, because I'm a foodie. I love food. I love good food. I can't eat the way I used to.
Me neither.
But I love to cook. And what makes me happy is cooking these big meals, having my family come over and eat.
Yep.
But I'm a foodie. I had to just pick kind of one truck and eat something, because in the past I would have hit every truck. And so I tasted these fries with pulled pork barbecue over it. And so I looked at this big old plate of fries. Now it took me 2 hours and it was cold, but I ate every fry.
Did I drizzle the JoJo sauce on yours? Because I think I forgot to drizzle that sauce.
No, I got the JoJo sauce at Sam Flat Center when Tuesday, we had some kind of baked chicken. And Miss Barbara went around. I got this off of
I love Miss Barbara
truck, shell shocked. And Well, I want some of that. And I put it all on my chicken and I just fell in love because y'all, this was not just like a barbecue sauce. I mean the flavors. It had layers. Anybody who's a foodie know what layers is. It's like each bite you discover a different taste. So you're trying to figure out what the herb is or what the spice is or and I'm like, okay, I think I taste a hint of curry. Is it curry? Is it this? Is it I'm trying to figure out what this all I know is she told me she was bringing me a jar, but I'm going to settle for the enchiladas.
I got a jar.
Oh, wait a minute. See,
that's your last nugget.
I
got you two. I surprised you with them
She
two.
surprised me with my cheesecake and my enchiladas, and I ain't ate since this morning. And I want them enchiladas, and I'm going to eat them enchiladas before I put my tamales together.
And she going to have her JoJo sauce on the side.
I'm going to have my JoJo sauce on the side of the enchiladas. And that's another thing that I'm going to covet that nobody can. I might let you try a drizzle, but
just the drizzle.
It's something about that JoJo sauce that just.
And that sauce came about.
It's special.
We did a little competition with that sauce.
With who?
Me and Joe did a competition.
Okay.
We were selling barbecue down at Twin City Sports Bar. That's where my most of my food, like my late night, I would always down there cooking and selling food. I was like, you make a barbecue sauce and I'll make a barbecue sauce. And we just gonna see which sauce they like the most. Ooh, you know me and they think they know everything. So his sauce got a little more likes than mine did, but mine just wasn't out the park. That spicy apricot sauce is on the menu. So I have 4 sauces, 4 house sauces that we make that we sell on a truck. Welch barbecue is a sweet one. JoJo is our sweet and spicy. So it's not our spiciest, but that's our top seller. It goes good on wings, burgers, nachos.
Even some pinto beans.
Whatever you want to dip it with, French fries, it's a good accompaniment for that. And then we have the sticky Asian. So if you like your rice vinegars and your sesame seeds,
I do,
and kind of your Chinese taste, we have that sauce as well. So any of the sauces can be tossed on your wings. So you'll sometimes see me hashtag come get sauced up. That's what we're talking about. No, lemon pepper is not sauce. That is dry. That is a dry rub. I can melt you some butter and toss your wings, but you don't need all that cholesterol in your life. You're already getting a whole lot of salt. But we just love to eat over here. We love flavors.
Y'all, I'm going to get through this foodie series without gaining a pound. I'm not going to let these folks make me fat again.
Because we're going to keep walking. We're going to walk.
No, I ain't walking. I'm just going to hold some self-restraint. I ain't going to lie. I ain't doing no walking.
A 2 ounce.
Yeah, these folks, Lord. I want to try everything she just mentioned. And
that meatloaf.
She going to have me running to the
meatloaf,
food truck.
You use that as your
See, she playing.
I don't do a ketchup or tomato paste. No type of.
I want some.
It
of
ain't
that.
meatloaf without JoJo.
I want some of that over my catfish.
I'm telling you won't. JoJo won't let you down.
JoJo.
Hence the name.
JoJo, my new man, y'all.
Yeah, that's that man. Baby, you hear that? That you her new man.
JoJo, my new man.
Yep.
Because it's just something about it.
And you can buy it by the jar. I should have brought the jar in here. So they can see it.
You want to go get it right quick?
Let me run get it.
She going to get it. She going to get the JoJo sauce because, y'all, this is a special sauce. But if anybody has any questions, the chat is open. You can pop in, ask any questions that you want, and we'll be glad to answer it. I'm going to make sure that I post all of her information on my page so that if you need to get in touch with her, if you want to have her to cater an event, if you want to try some of the special things that she's been talking about, you can get back in touch with her. As you guys had discovered, I'm good at being a filler conversation, but that's what comes with having a big mouth, because I'm filling in, and here she comes. JoJo sauce. Let's see. JoJo sauce. I'm trying to. Y'all, I'm so backwards.
Oh, you got to show the viewers on my side.
This is a delicious JoJo sauce. And you can tell by the color that it's special. JoJo sauce, y'all.
And I was nervous, but I think we did good. We done wing this, and
it really has a pretty apricot color to it. I love it. It's so good. And you will find yourself trying to figure out what all the little secret ingredients are. Don't you just love her branding? Shell shocked.
Yes. I was like, is that all you sell is seafood?
Nope.
Well, most people think of shell shocked as people that have been in the service or been in the service. I was like, no, I haven't been in the service, but once you taste this food, you're gonna be shocked and coming back for more. So Shell, we are so happy that you honored our invitation to be our first guest in the foodie series here at Destination Mountaintop. And as I always tell you guys, there's always a story behind the story. And so we learned so many jewels and nuggets here today. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to post her information, her contact information on my page so that you can get in touch with her, because she does do catering. So if you have special events or things like that, just reach out to her and she'll be glad to help you, which I know she will. Mm-hmm. I'll be reaching out. Even if you have questions about how to start a food truck, I've had people pull me over in the parking lot and say, I just moved to Texarkana and I'm starting the culinary arts program and my husband wants to buy me a truck. How can I go about finding one? Wow. I tag you in the food truck groups on Facebook that I'm tagged in, and we just go from there. When I see information, I screenshot it, send it out to them. If they don't have Facebook, I'm always a phone call away. Or a text message away. If somebody needs help, I don't mind helping, because people help me along the way.
One thing I really like about the food truck thing is that it gives people an opportunity to showcase what they do and to be able to put it out there without all of the overhead of keeping a restaurant and the staff and then all of the
staff
things
turnover is the number
that go along with it. Yeah. So, it's a way to get good food out there, build your brand, build your following. And
hello, Leslie.
Hey, that's one of my ladies from San Flat. She from New Orleans.
I will see you February the 15th I think I'm coming at noon to speak at San Flat.
Oh, good. Yeah, she gonna bring something probably good to eat.
I know, too. I'm not telling you what I'm bringing yet.
She gonna bring something good to eat.
But that's the day after Valentine's, so ladies, be ready.
It's gonna be some good to eat. I'm gonna be there. Yes, I know she gonna bring something good to eat. But I think that the food trucks are a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yep.
And it gives a lot of people opportunity. So, you guys, as always, I want to thank you for joining us here on Destination Mountaintop. As always, faith, belief, forward motion. Remember who you are and whose you are. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Miss Leslie said she ready.
Amy says she want to come to San
Which
Flat.
is Miss Pat to me. Come on, Amy. We did Tuesday through Thursdays. Everything really gets started up at 10 a.m. from 10 to 2. So come on,
It's at the San Flat Center.
At the San Flat Center, come on, and we'll be glad to have you. And the ladies would be glad to have you. So please do come share.
And make sure y'all are following Miss Teresa's YouTube channel. It's Destination Mountaintop, or you can look her up Teresa Graham. That's like the graham cracker.
Yes.
Teresa without a H. Teresa on Facebook.
See, and
Thank
I don't
y'all
never,
so
I
much.
need to really start plugging the YouTube because I am trying to grow it. You guys, please don't forget to like, share, follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. And I'm going to get a little better at that and trying to plug the channel.
I'll put your link out there, so maybe we get a few subscriptions from tonight.
Yes. When I said baby channel, I'm in the embryo stage. We ain't even developed into the baby yet.
But it's get past the baby stage.
It's mine, and I claim it. All right, y'all. I just really had such a good time tonight, and we are gone now, for real.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.